Well, parents of special needs students say the new school choice law discriminates against their children.
In fact, several say they have no option but to stay in failing schools. Sue Lincoln with the Southern Education Desk reports lawsuits are likely.
This is Cooper. He's 6. Cooper has Prader-Willi syndrome, a missing gene on his 15th chromosome, something that occurs in approximately 1 in 30,000 births.
On top of Prader-Willi syndrome, we have an autism spectrum disorder diagnosis. He is epileptic. We have sleep disorder. We're ADHD. We're OCD. We have behavioral issues. We have asthma.
Ashley McReynolds, Cooper's mom, says Cooper is scheduled to start kindergarten in the fall, but his local public school is graded a D-. So she was initially very pleased with the concept of school choice.
I was hopeful before I read the legislation that this was going to be a way for me to get Cooper out of a failing public school system and into a non-public setting.
Then, she says, she read what is now the school choice law. With regard to the scholarship or voucher program, it states if a scholarship recipient would have been entitled to receive special education services in the public school, the parent or legal guardian agrees to accept only such services as are available to all students enrolled in the non-public school. That means parents are only guaranteed general education services, what any student can get at a private or parochial school. And if they accept a voucher, they have to sign away their child's federal rights to special education services.
It screamed discrimination against students with disabilities to me.
Christy Cormier agrees with McReynolds.
This has been sold as parental options, but for parents like myself, it's not an option.
Cormier's daughter, Carly, has a developmental disability. Carly attends a public school in Lake Charles.
She receives special education services, and in this new, parental options, school reform change that's going on, parents like myself would have to give up those protections that are provided to her under IDEA.
IDEA is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, a federal law passed in 1990. It says that every child has the right to a free, appropriate public education. It also provides funding for the additional services that students like Cooper McReynolds and Carly Cormier need in order to learn effectively.
He needs more pull-out time for more individualized education when it comes to math, reading, science.
The consequence to giving up my child's protections and services under IDEA is too high of a price. It means her future. That means students like my daughter will be left behind in the schools that are failing.
What about charters? They are public schools and are therefore required by law to provide full special education services. But according to the State Department of Education's own data, 91% of charter schools in the state do not serve students with multiple disabilities. The department is currently embroiled in a federal class action lawsuit that alleges in New Orleans an estimated 4,500 students with disabilities are denied equal access to educational opportunities, routinely pushed out of school, and subject to discrimination on the basis of their disabilities. We asked Louisiana Board of Elementary and Secondary Education President Penny Dastug about the issue. She says there are options for parents of special needs students.
If a parent elects to accept a scholarship at a non-public school, and perhaps that school can contract with the school district, for some services, and that would round out sort of the education. That occurs now.
She says some private and parochial schools already have special education programs in cooperation with the local public school district.
We have non-public students coming into our public schools and receiving special education services because of the availability of IDEA dollars.
And what will happen to the federal IDEA dollars that had been going to the local school districts if special needs children end up taking vouchers and enrolling in non-public schools?
I don't think all the details have been fleshed out. It's really a discussion that needs to occur at the federal level between the state and the federal officials. I think I could have the answer for you at a later time.
Organizations that help Louisiana's special needs population, including Louisiana Citizens for Action Now, Families Helping Families, and People First of Louisiana are all discussing potential lawsuits with their members over the School Choice Act.
I think you're going to see a massive outpour of parents that don't even have students with disabilities that are going to file lawsuits.
Or, McReynolds says, parents may simply give up on Louisiana.
I know that there are several parents within the special needs community that are concerned, but they're not even willing to go the lawsuit route. They're leaving the state.
McReynolds says she, for one, will keep fighting.
I will never give up hope. I have to continue to hope for Cooper.
For the Southern Education Desk, I'm Sue Lincoln.
State Education Superintendent John White just announced a series of 22 town hall meetings that he'll be holding around the state over the next month to get feedback on Louisiana's new education reform initiatives.
The Southern Education Desk is a partnership among public radio and television stations across the Gulf South. We delve into a wide range of educational issues from kindergarten through 12th grade and higher education. For more information, we invite you to log on to southerneddesk.org.